Number 1 says to classify by the coordinate method. Determine the most precise name for the quad with vertices Q, B, H, and A. And it says to graph it. So we need to graph those 4 points. Make sure you connect them because you're creating a quad. And it asks us to give the most precise name. What do they mean precise? My things are on? Which one? Okay. What do they mean by the word precise? Details. Yeah, the one that's going to give us the most details or the most specific name. So if I classify this as a quad, would I be wrong? No, but is that the most precise name I could give it? Okay, so what's more precise than this being a quad? Okay, how do you know it's a trapezoid? Yeah, one set of parallel sides. Which ones would be parallel, Spencer? No, which sides on this are parallel? Good, BH and QA. You guys agree that the horizontal lines are parallel? Okay, so trapezoid. Can I get more precise than that? Can I call it an isosceles trapezoid? If I want to, I can. I don't have to have any reason, just that I want to call it isosceles. What do I have to have for a reason? Good, the non-parallel sides have to be congruent. That means BQ has to be the same length as HA. Well, how are we going to figure out if they're the same length or not? Count? How are you going to count it? Like count diagonally how long they are? Distance formula? Shh, don't say. Sure. The distance between 2 points is how long it is. The distance from my head to my toes is my total length. Remember the distance formula? I just did it last week. Cool, I'm doing QB right now. You guys do AH. Go. Remember, when you square something, it should stay positive or become positive, I guess. I get the square root of 29. I can throw that in the calculator if I want to. It's not going to come out evenly. What did you guys get for the length of AH? Yeah, right, Sam. Alyssa, what did you get? He didn't get it. He's a liar. You should get the square root of 29. If they're the same, then they got to be congruent. How else could you have figured that out? Count what? You said count 3 times. I don't know what you're counting. Well, he said it too. What are you doing, AH? 10 minus 8. Not 10 minus 4. Okay, so we're using distance formula all day then? What do you mean? Find the slope of it. So from Q to B, I go up 5 and to the right 2, so that would be 5 halves. And from H to A, I go down 5 and right 2, so that would be negative 5 halves. Right, since it's going downhill. Why are you hesitating? No, what? No, tell me. Well, what's this common sense you're just giving me crap for? So we got to use the distance formula? How? But Sam's doubting it now. So how does it tell you that they're the same length? Oh. Yeah, we have more graphing ones, so we got to figure this out. Yeah, I know there's a proof. I already know. Okay, we're using distance formula then. What do you want to call this? No, you guys have to be the ones to come up with it. Brian said distance formula. I think that was Brian. I did. All right, number 2. Using the properties of special quads, we have to find the value of x. So in parallelogram RSTU, the measure of angle R is 2x minus 10, and the measure of angle S is 3x plus 50. Kind of like proofs, you have to think about what's given to you. Given to us, it's a parallelogram. What does that mean? Good, Megan. That both sets of opposite sides are parallel. So that means TU is parallel to SR, and ST is parallel to RU. We have to come up with an equation to find the value of x. Well, what are those expressions representing? Angles or sides? Angles, yeah, there's degrees. They're kind of hard to see up there on the smartboard. But yeah, those are representing angles. Equal it to what? Why? Kind of.
Well, I know you have to equal it to 180 because it has to do with
Like parallel lines.
Yeah.
Yeah, go back to chapter 3. Parallel lines and transversals. You have like 4 different sets of them. 2 parallel lines cut by a transversal. S and R become what kind of angles? And if the lines are parallel, same side interior angles are supplementary, equal 180. Good. So then we have to say 3x plus 50 plus 2x minus 10 equals 180. You're still using information from last semester. You don't get to wipe it away. On the same side, combine them. 3x and 2x is 5x. 50 and negative 10 is positive 40. How do I bring that 40 over? So then we get 5x equals 140. Divide by 5. 28. How can we check that we're right? All right, well, 2 times 28 is 56 minus 10. 3 times 28, 84, plus 50. 134. What's 134 plus 46? All right, so then x equals 28. Next one on the other side. It says, judging by appearance, classify A, B, C, D in as many ways as possible. So most likely you'll have more than one answer. Doesn't mean you'll have more than one answer, but when it says in as many ways as possible. Start at the top of your quad tree, the top of your quad tree. What's at the very top of your tree? A quad. Can you call A, B, C, D a quad? Okay, then write that down, quad. That's one classification for it. It has 4 sides. We classify it as a quad. Then you have to branch down. It's either going to be a parallelogram, a trapezoid, or a kite. Yeah, because the top and bottom appear to be parallel, so we're going to write trapezoid down. Then you have to stay on that branch. You can't jump over to square then once you're on the trapezoid branch. Could you call it an isosceles trapezoid by appearance? Does it look like it? Which side looks longer? Okay. So then we would just say this is a quad and a trapezoid. So when you judge it by appearance, go based off of your looks. We're going to skip 4 and jump down to 5. We're going to come back to it, but we're going to do 5 first. Find the values of the variables in the rhombus, then find the length of each side. How many variables do we have to find? 2, A and B, right? Okay. Like a proof, look at what's given to you. Given to us that it's a rhombus, which means all 4 sides have to be congruent. So mark them all the same length, or mark them all congruent. Now you've got to come up with an equation or two to find the value. Anyone got any ideas? What, Megan? Okay. Set the ones opposite of each other together. Okay, so like which expressions? All right. 5a plus 4 equals 3a plus 8. 4b minus 2 equals 3b plus 2. Could I have done like the top equal to the left side? I couldn't? Why not? Oh, but it's true that they're equal, right? Okay. Cool. Sam, why don't you go up and do the work? Since I'm erasing your work over here. Thanks. Did you get 2 and 4? You have to find the lengths. What did you get, Alyssa? Good job. Did you guys get 14 for the lengths? Okay, you should have. Check your work. All right. Number 6 at the bottom. Find the value of the variables in the rhombus below. Now, how many variables do we have to find? I'll give you a hint. This says 2a, not 2c. So 3, good. And it should be an a, an x, and a y. I know. Rhombus. What do we know about rhombuses again? All right. Have at it. Classify A, B, C, D in as many ways as possible. We start at the top of the tree. Can you call it a quad? Yeah, they told us it was one, so you can abbreviate when you're classifying too. Bless you. I'm gonna put a Q for quad. Then branch down. It's either going to be a parallelogram, a trapezoid, or a kite from there. Why do you think that? How do you know that? There's slopes. Their slopes are going to decide if they're parallel or not? How so? What's your explanation? You just said if the slopes are the same, then they're congruent. It's not really a theorem, it's just a... Yeah, same slopes are parallel. So from A to D, I go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then right 1. B to C, down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right 1. Right now, it's a trapezoid because they have the same slope. D to C, up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A to B, up 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, parallelogram. Opposite sides are parallel. After it's a parallelogram, then you can keep branching down. Could, maybe, if it works, could be a rectangle or a rhombus. Why? How do you know there's 4 right angles? Do you have a protractor on your pencil? Good. The slopes are opposite reciprocals. AB and AD, the top and left, positive 1/5, negative 5 over 1, opposite reciprocals, means those lines are perpendicular. And to be perpendicular, you get 4 right angles. So this would be a rectangle. You can't just put R because rhombus starts with R too, so you got to kind of bring that one out a little bit. You say it's a rhombus too? 4K? How do you know that? Anyone else have any thoughts? You all don't have any thoughts in your brains right now, if they're congruent or not. This is Trevor's common sense. Okay, what's the next thought? But you have to tell me why they're congruent. But how do you know the sides are congruent? Did I tell you how long AB was? I don't know, look at your rectangle. Are all 4 sides of the rectangle congruent? That's in triangles, though. That works in triangles, Alyssa. I've already done it 4 times today. That's why I'm so good at it. Because you guys don't want to do it. I know, I have to do it 4 times a day, every day. Okay, I'll do the distance from A to B. You do the distance from A to D. Do it. You're doing A to D, the left side. I'll just do it. No. Why would someone do that anyway? Did you really? Okay. You don't have to put that in the calculator and figure out what it would be. I mean, it's going to be a little over 5, because the square root of 25 is 5. But if you have the same radicand, that's what the 26 is called, then they're going to be the same. You don't have to check the other ones. I already did it today. All 4 of them come out to be the square root of 26. Well, the 4 congruent sides would make it a rhombus because we're supposed to do as many ways as possible. Which now we have a what? A square. So you need to have all 5 of them written down though, because it says in as many ways as possible. Part C asks which of the names, the 5 of them, quad, parallelogram, rectangle, rhombus, square, gives us the most information. Why?
Angles and
Yeah, look at your quad tree. If you just look at the definition of a square, it says parallelogram with 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides. It already gives you 3 bits of information right there.